I'm sure that some of my viewers have a lot of experience with going to conferences and similar events, but I'm also sure that a part of my viewers might have not been to such an event once. So I wanted to do this video and discuss the importance of going to such events. Very simply put, there are two very good reasons to go to a conference. There is the networking gain and there is the knowledge gain. This can vary a lot depending on the event and depending on you, but at least in my case, I noticed there is kind of an 80 to 20 split. So 80% of networking gain and 20% of knowledge/tech gain whenever I go to a conference. Meaning that whenever I return from a conference, there is some technical gain that I have acquired while being at the event, but mostly I feel like I have gained a lot on my networking side. I always meet new and interesting people, some which will later on turn into clients for my consulting business, others just technical people from a variety of companies that I can later on reach out directly. One of such events was the Things conference in Amsterdam, which I attended recently. An awesome event focused on LoRaWAN, organized by the Things Industries, which again in my case I think follows my 80 to 20 rule. I've learned about some cool new tech. For example, EchoStar is making these cool LoRa modules which can transmit classic LoRa when they are within terrestrial range of a gateway, but they can also switch to a satellite LoRa link when terrestrial is not available, effectively giving you unlimited range, and all of this can happen automatically in the background, and their backend is seamlessly integrated with the Things network. I hope to get one of these modules to showcase on the channel soon. I've also spent a lot of time networking. I talked to the guys from Rack Wireless. Ken Yu, which is their CEO, is a super cool guy who had no problem taking some of their newest products apart so that I can take some shots of the inside. This, for example, is not an antenna, although it contains an antenna inside. This is actually the enclosure that houses an entire RS485 Modbus to LoRa converter bridge. It's all built into this nice waterproof outdoor enclosure, so if you have a product which has a Modbus interface, you can instantly convert it to LoRa long-range wireless with such a product. They also showed me one of their newest battery pack solutions, which uses a medium-sized solar panel together with a BMS and the lithium battery to provide green energy for your next outdoor battery-powered project. This BMS also has an RS485 Modbus port where it publishes energy stats, and you'll be seeing more Rack Wireless products on the Voltlog channel, as they're also sending me one of their LoRa outdoor gateways, which I'm gonna install on my rooftop, plus one of their field tester devices, which we can then later on use to map the coverage of the gateway. I've also had a great time talking with Jeff from Voltaic Systems. They showed me their latest tech in both indoor and outdoor solar panel options, for which they've had really great results, exceeding their expected life cycle in outdoor usage. I can also give you a very specific example where such networking has helped me a lot at my day job. So beginning of this year, I was in Nuremberg for the Embedded World Conference, and while I was at the ST Microelectronics booth, I swapped contact cards with one of their application engineers from the MCU support group. Just a few months later, I was deep into this problem I was having with the CAN FD peripheral on an STM32G0 microcontroller, and posting on the public forums on the ST community page did not bring any reply within 2 weeks of waiting time. Then I remembered that I have this contact card. I reached out to this guy directly, and within 24 hours I had this solution to my problem. And that can be a huge time and resource saving on my side. It is much easier to reach out to someone that you've met personally at an event than it is to get a reply to one of the many public channels. Great friend while going to conferences. This is Orhan. He's a hardware engineer and was a viewer of the Voltlog channel before we met. After we met at the conference, we became good friends, and we've even worked together on a project. And there are always private get-togethers, meetups and drinks, and these usually happen in the afternoon or the evenings after the main event, which once again give you a chance for great networking and very interesting talks. The next planned event that I'm going to is again Embedded World in Nuremberg in April 2024, so maybe I'll see you there, because I'm always meeting up with viewers of the channel while in Nuremberg. Let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree with my view of things, or maybe you would like to add something else, something that you considered you gained from going to a conference. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you next time.